right, game number 2. Legendary Snails versus Godar. Snails are currently up 1-0, but that does not mean it's over yet. What can Godar do this time to turn things around? Same spawns as last time. Aliens pushing out 2-2, leaving Heracles back as Gorge per the community. And the Marines are going to go out 1-1 on the sides, but double pressure up the northern tunnel into hub.
I like this opening split. They just have to be a little bit more aggressive about building these residents. I don't know why they're not building them. Falk and Mendes have to be calling 2 skulks. You have to know that you're pretty safe to build. Just build.
Yeah, the chance of you taking down 1 skulk is probably pretty good. Ulti taking down Kinyo over in logistics, or God, what am I talking about today? Yes, logistics.
Yeah, it is logistics. You're right.
Mindas and Volk here in hub. Volk is parasited, Mindas is not. The skulks are well aware that there's 2 here. I think it's wrong for them to move into elevator transfer. Oh, and look at all these pounce skulks just coming down, and Heracles there to heal them all up. And this is how it's a little bit different from the last round. You know, the aliens, like we said, if they can win those engagements, but they're low on health, well, with the Gorge, you can heal up. Sammy G getting some great shots in there, forcing the skulks to retreat or die. And it looks like Ulti has moved up into North Tunnels, taking that Drifter pretty low. Heracles moving in as well into Warehouse with Eagle Eye and Dams on his back.
But look how the Snails did that engagement. They pushed down into observation, and Godar's only on 3 RTs. At this point in the game, Snails are on 3 going on, or on 4 going on 5.
Right. And, you know,
like that little bit of aggression just slows down the Marine expansion.
And Snails isn't stopping. You know, they're going to build ore, so that's going to take them up to 4 res nodes as well. And with the Gorge there to help support, that's going to be great as well. He's even dropping a tunnel just outside of ore, and I like this tunnel placement as well.
And he's going to clog this doorway shut. And they're going to put a whip next to the doorway. Like, ore is going to be a no-go zone for Marines for a quite a long period of time.
So they're at a good opportunity here, but I think they're just watching their backs a little too much instead of building this res. ET has gone up. So they're sitting on decent res themselves, but they've got to start pressuring something. And it looks like we've got Ulti and Volk making their way up north. They're going to go for platform, which is probably the better move of these 3 res nodes. Look at it, it's pulling back. Now 3 skulks and the Gorge. Down goes Kinyo. Ray taking damage going down. Dam's getting in a couple bites. Heracles there to support. Ulti reloading. Volk just desperately trying to get those shots out. And down goes the Skulk. They're even going to maybe get Heracles here. Can they chase him and take him? Down he goes. What a win for Godar. They've got to get this res node too, though. Looks like they're actually going after the tunnel on the other end with that whip there. And they're going to lose that tunnel, which is going to be good for Godar to put pressure on this res.
This is a great move. Ulti and Valk staying alive and platform while Wob works on the tunnel. The tunnel does go down. I think he should focus on clearing up this PvE before the whip gets away. Lurks are out. Ray and King cleaning up the pressure in platform.
Yeah, and the assists weren't cleared in platform either, so that's going to be tough. They do get the tunnel down, but those double lurks I think are going to bring way too much pressure to Godar.
And we're going to have to look to see how Snails use them. Godar was really defensive with their lurk. Part of that had to do with the pressure that Snails was putting on. But I think part of that had to do with, I don't know, maybe they just aren't confident in pushing across the map with the lurks.
Well, the lurks are being really good at distracting the 2 Marines on the repair side as Heracles got through and is working on the res in elevator transfer. Keeping this res node up would be really big. Heracles goes down to Volk, but Ray comes in to support. Volk trying to reload, wasting 4 med packs there, and Ray's going to finish off the res node and ET, taking the Marines down to 4. It is 1-1 shotguns at 4 minutes, and this is definitely different than what we saw last round.
It certainly is. I think Snails is working on weapons too at this point. But we do have good pressure up here in ore. The node is desisted. That should die. Rios is out of the chair. He can't resist it yet.
Yeah, 20%, even if it gets resisted, that thing is not going to happen.
Ulti and Sammy are the next wave of pressure. They're just trying to hold their position, do damage on these lurk. But they get a good two-angle engagement and clear up the Marines.
All right, the shotguns are out. Can this make a difference and allow Godar to continue to put a little bit of pressure on? First res node down in ore. But Ray and Dams, they're going to take out repair. Nobody on the left side.
Snails is just working that res down. They're taking the extractors that they can get. And they know that they're sitting on 4 or 5 res nodes. They don't need to really need to push up, well, 3 or 4 res nodes. They really don't need to worry too much about Marines sitting on 3.
Now, especially like right now when you got 3 Marines really just kind of held back by base as one Skulk. Dams is harassing logistics down to 45%. You got both lurks coming in to take out Volk now. Oh, but Ray going really low now, headed into Marine start where there is a Skulk in there as well.
And Wob's
Wob is waiting. Oh, the pinch. Can they get him? They take down the Marine and logistics, and Ray looks to get out through south tunnels. But someone's waiting in hub. Nindas getting more shots down on Ray. He's got to wait for that Skulk to come in. Heracles there to help shepherd him through. Eagle Eye from the backside. King Yo from the other side. They all pull to save Ray.
Now we have a 5v2 battle here. Now it's a 4v1. The tide's turned.
Just not a good situation. Sammy G doing whatever he can to chip off those lurks, hoping they were low. They were not. And now they're going to be able to clean up repair room. No problem.
We've got 34 res in the bank for Dams and Eagle Eye, who will be fading. Biomass 3 is done, but Metabolize hasn't been started yet. I think Rios is just waiting for the rest.
Yeah. And at this point, you know, the Snails are starting to really show the upper hand here. This is not impossible for Godar to bring back. They've definitely got to take at least one of these lurks down to alleviate the pressure. But as they do that, you got the fades popping right now. So that's not really going to do a whole lot. It looks like Eagle Eye is going to go fade. Not sure when Dams will. Dams will probably stay Skulk for a little while. As long as they're winning these engagements, keep that Skulk on res.
Eagle Eye getting very low there against the 2 shotgunners in mezzanine. Heracles is coming up as lurk now too, so they're going to be 3 lurks and 2 fades.
Oh, that's nasty.
Against his 2-1 Marines.
3 lurks is so much visual crap in your face. And, you know, they're taking down these shotguns one by one. They can really only buy 1 more shotgun each right now.
Watch these 3 lurks. Watch this spike damage. Ulti just gets evaporated.
Yeah, the fade just comes in and goes, ha-ha, swipe. And it's over. Alright, now Dams is down as Skulk. Whatever they choose to do at this point. They could even just say screw it and stay Skulk. Because with the income they've got coming with the 6 harvesters about to go online, they're in a good position to get that Onos out with the triple lurk. Potentially Umbra by that time. You know, Metabolize is done. No second hive drop. He doesn't have the res for it yet. But with that many, you know, res nodes coming in, there's not going to be a problem to drop that thing.
Yeah, that's probably the call I would have made. Would have been to hold Dams off for Onos, just to have that game-ending unit out there. But Snails doesn't like Onos. They don't like going Ono. So they're going to go with the 3 lurks, 2 fades. And probably just try to pack this res down and get these shotties down.
Right, the lurks are still pretty effective at taking res down. They're just a little more vulnerable. Ray taking a big shot, but he gets out. Oh, Sammy had to reload. Ray could have gone down. All these lurks taking big meat shots from the shotgun over here. Sammy G saving himself. Big win for him. Marines are going to start cleaning up a little bit on the res, though, on this, because this is a good situation for them to be in for that to happen.
4 life forms in the vent. But regen is too strong.
Oh, God. They're all stuck.
But they're all going to be full health soon.
And here we go. The shot's going off. And they go out through south tunnels. They're going for base. Oh, they're going to say if we're going to have to be damaged, let's go take your arms lab. Oh, my God. How freaking aggressive is this? But we've got guys up in server against the lurk getting cleaned up. They're gonna lose that arms lap. No! No, they saved it!
Save it.
6%!
Oh, Sammy's body blocking it. No spike. I think that could have been played a little bit better by Godar. If the guys coming back South Tunnels had exited logistics instead, they could have had a 2-2 pinch on 3 life forms and had a good chance to take one of them down.
And, you know, in that situation, taking any of those down would have been really big. Okay, here we go. Hive up in warehouse being built. Phase Tech being researched. Still down on 3 nodes. Aliens on 5.
It's just a matter of time before Snails finishes this game out.
But, you know, we talked about this, the end game. What are they going to do to make that happen?
Well, they have to get all the shotguns down, and then they can take a fight in base, or look for an opportunity where 2 Marines are out, and everybody else is respawning.
I think this is a great opportunity. You know, with the lurks especially, they could be overwhelming on these IPs. They could be taking these guys down faster than they can respawn in, and you can essentially pull the game out at that point. Sammy G coming back. 2 other guys spawning in, though. They feel like it was not worth staying, so they leave. Wob.
Heracles is just too low to continue fighting it. And it shouldn't even been staying there.
Eagle Eye taking a lot of hits. Eagle Eye, King Yo goes down. Totally missing all of this somehow. And there we go. They're going to put up a crag over in repair as well. Looks like they're trying to get the pinch on the fades over in repair, forcing them to go ore.
Godar's finally landing shots and really starting to turn the game around. But it's a long road for the Marine team to come back from the system station. It's already spreading over all the way into ET. I wouldn't be surprised to see a chain put up into observation soon.
Yeah, and with those life forms lost, they're going to go skulk. They're going to work on res a little bit. They have enough res to go, you know, lurk again if they choose to. Sammy G getting swiped on up north. Does look like we have a gorge tunnel and elevator transfer from the Hive. Lots of bone walling going on.
Godar 3 push, just walk up in the warehouse and try to take that Hive down.
Yeah, taking the Hive down is a big win for them because that would stop some of the biomass unlocks that could happen. And it is done now, and you can sure as heck bet he is actually going for charge. So I think they're planning on an Onos.
King Yo can Onos in 15 red, which actually isn't quite that far off.
And they could lose Ray. Ray goes down.
But he has 40 res. You can reload. Not a big deal. And a Gorge tunnel in their base.
Yes, indeed.
Heracles, what are you gonna do?
The tunnel in their base. He moves it up from. Oh no! And here we go. Double whips, and now both fades in, and all your guys out of way. This is totally game. Oh, did Heracles? Did he get out? He died. Easy. Sammy G now coming back. The whips in, doing damage on the chair. Even as these guys just overwhelmed, the whip's doing all the hard work, doing you know, about 1 to 2% with every hit that it does. And there's the GG.
Command station taking damage.
GG. So well played, Snails. And Heracles, ulti gorge. Per the stream, he did it for you guys. I hope you are very proud of him.